You're welcome, sirs. This morning, we are privileged to have in our midst the Land Forces Commander for Benin, Major General Abo Issa, the Land Forces Commander of Malawi, Major General Chikunka Harrison Soko, and the Chief of Army Staff of Sierra Leone, Brigadier General Kemo Tewo Sise. You're welcome, sirs. The journey of the regular career course in Intake 63 began on 22nd September 2023, when 173 eager cadets reported to the prestigious Ghana Military Academy. These men and women, drawn from diverse backgrounds, embarked on a transformative 18-month training. With 138 males and 25 females currently making up the intake, it reflects a remarkable blend of talent, energy, and determination from across the country. The training, rooted in both theory and practical military exercises, prepared these cadets for the challenges of combat and leadership in the modern world. Upon arrival, the cadets, 150 13 naval and 28 Air Force cadets, were immediately immersed in the rigorous demands of military life. 2 Army cadets who distinguished themselves in the earlier terms were sent to the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, United Kingdom, to continue their training, one of whom was commissioned last year. 1 other Army cadet and 2 naval cadets are currently at Germany, continuing with their training at Halberg Engineering Unit and Naval Academy, Milwaukee, respectively. Unfortunately, 5 cadets were released, leaving a current intake strength of 163.
Next to arrive are the Chief of Staff, General Headquarters, and the Service Chiefs.
The leadership of this course was under the capable command of Lieutenant Colonel Errol Archer Donko, supported by Major Na, Naval Lieutenant Aban, Captain Kluje, Captain Anson, Flight Lieutenant Ofoe Osabote, Captain Brown, Captain Zindam, Captain Opoku, Captain Aveji, Captain Dapa, Flight Lieutenant Okai, Captain Dari, Lieutenant Apia Hansen, and Lieutenant Ejay. Their dedicated leadership, alongside the guidance of the course Sergeant Major W1 Aisa and the non-commissioned officers, the mission.
Arriving now is the Chief of Staff, General Headquarters, and the Service Chiefs. Leading the convoy is the Chief of Staff at the General Headquarters, Air Vice Marshal Mensa Lakai, followed by the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Ajim Frimpong, the Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Bessing, and the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Betanu.
You're welcome, sirs. The courses sergeant majors for regular career course 63, warrant officer class 1 Aisa, and the non-commissioned officers, warrant officer Ishan, Chief Womeno, Chief Amekwaji, Chief Kwanzaa, Chief Edu, and Flight Sergeant Edunyako. They all ensure that the cadets' growth and preparedness throughout their training was thorough. Drills increased in importance. Personnel in uniform are to pay compliment. Shall we all rise to welcome him and remain standing for the national salute? parade commander, senior under officer. You are most welcome, Mr. President. The parade commander, senior under officer, Mustafa, will now invite the reviewing officer to inspect the parade. Shall we please be seated?
Good morning, Your Excellency. Ghana Military Academy. Regular career course 63 graduation parade formed up. 2 officers, 163 graduating cadets, 129 permanent staff, and the Ghana Armed Forces Mass Band on parade ready for inspection. Senior Under Officer Mustafa Salim Danabja reporting. Your Excellency.
The parade commander, senior under officer, Mustafa Salim Danabja, has invited the President of the Republic to inspect the parade. The President will be accompanied by the Chief of the Defense Staff, the Commandant, Ghana Military Academy, the President's aide-de-camp, and the Academy Sergeant Major. In the lead vehicle will be the President, the Chief of the Defense Staff, the President's aide-de-camp in the front, and the parade commander. In the second vehicle will be the Commandant, Ghana Military Academy, and the Academy Sergeant Major. The smart-looking stake orderlies you see today are Lance Corporal Echan and Private Ashinyo.
Okay.
Thank you. Now we don't walk. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's proceed.
No. Mustafa now will do it. Mustafa will do it. They've changed it. Mustafa will come and change now, don't worry. Relax. It has been changed.
The parade commander will now ask for permission from the reviewing officer to continue with the rest of the parade.
Your Excellency, inspection over. May I have your permission to carry on with the parade? Your Excellency.
The band has commenced trooping in quick and slow time. The song being played is The Lily of the Valley, which was arranged for the mass band by Warrant Officer Maiden John from the Ghana Air Force Band. The drum makers performed series of maze drills and flourishing techniques. The band evolution for this year's graduation parade was designed by Lieutenant Colonel Samuel Randolph Terrier, the commanding officer, Armed Forces Central Bank. Senior Warrant Officer Class 2, Leonard Daly, the band master Officer, Armed Forces Central Bank. Warrant Officer, Abeka Edward, Senior Drum Major. Lance Corporal, Amewunobo Gabriel Yaya, Drum Major.
That was a delightful performance by the band. Shall we give them a round of applause, please?
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now witness the march past in slow and quick time.
It's slow and quick time. It's color of continuance by the center. Slow march.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing a demonstration of the military's high sense of imagination, prompt decision-making, speedy reaction to new situations, and the rapid transition from one action to the other. These are the hallmarks of any professional soldier all over the world. During the march past, anytime the color passes in front of where you are seated, you are kindly requested to rise as a mark of compliment to the colors. All personnel are kindly reminded to pay the appropriate compliment.
Number 128 by the left. 2 by the left. 3 by the left. Number 4. graduating continue move to by the left. Continue to advance. Eight. 10. By the right. Come on, graduating contingent. Popping. Order.
Approaching the base is the number 1 graduating contingent. It is
number 1 graduating contingent
of junior and the officer. Nigerian.
Number 4 graduating contingent to move to the left.
The supernumeraries are Cadet Quarter and Cadet Quartermaster in total.
Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are kindly reminded that when the color pass is in front of where you are seated, you are please requested to rise as a mark of compliment to the colors.
It is closely followed by the number 2 graduating contingent.
Number 4 graduating contingent will advance.
It is under the command of Junior Under Officer Loco.
Left,
and
right.
All personnel in uniform are reminded to pay the appropriate compliments when the color passes.
Behind them is the color party with Senior Cadet Tete.
Number 4 graduating contingent. Order. Number 1 graduating contingent. Yes. Front. Number 4 graduating contingent. Yes. Right. Number 1 graduating contingent. Close. Order. Front.
The next is the number 1.
Move the force.
Number 1 escort contingent, also made up of permanent staff from the Ghana Army. It is under the command of Senior Cadet Alevi, with Senior Cadet Akutia and Flight Cadet Akutu as the supernumeraries. The number 2 escort contingent, also made up of permanent staff from the Ghana Army, under the command of Cadet Master Nogbe. The supernumeraries are Cadet Corporal Apollo Mission Adam. The non-commissioned Petty Officer Ayim. The number 4 escort contingent is also made up of permanent staff from the Ghana Army. It is under the command of Senior Cadet Bami. Her supernumeraries are Senior Cadet Anane and Flight Cadet Opata. Finally, it's the ceremonial parade adjutant, the person of Captain Raphael Asante Anson. He's riding justice.
Left, wheel.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is said that a ceremonial drill impeccably executed can never fail to be a sign of excitement to those who watch it or take part in it. And this is exactly what the graduates are striving to achieve while expressing pride in their performance. History has it that the march past was developed to enhance the movement of troops from one place to another without getting mixed up with other troops. These graduating cadets are required to maintain well-calculated steps, intervals, and distance as they march from one point to the other. Hence, body and mind must coordinate concurrently to achieve this.
Why is slowing down like that? Ah! We are looking forward, so you see the gap. Direct me.
Hey! Will advance review order. By center. Left. Yes.
Shall we please give them a round of applause? Indeed, body and mind has coordinated to achieve this impeccable display. Shall we please rise for the national salutes? All personnel in uniform are please requested to pay the appropriate compliment.
Hey! National salute. Present. Us.
The parade commander will now ask permission from the reviewing officer to stand the parade at ease for presentation of awards and delivery of his address. Shall we please be seated?
Your Excellency, much passed over. May I have your permission to stand the parade at ease for presentation of awards and delivery of address? Your Excellency.
The table orderlies for today's graduation ceremony are Private Ozo and Private Ajalo, both soldiers in the academy. During the course of the training of the graduating intake, some cadets performed exceptionally and their efforts will be rewarded today.
This year, the awards to be presented are Eagle Award, Sextant Award, Chief of Army Staff Award, Academic King, Military King, and the Sword of Honor. The Academy Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer Gani Frederick, is marching briskly into position for the presentation of awards. Once in position, he will call award winners to the front.
Sir.
All is now set for the presentation of awards, and this will be done by the reviewing officer, assisted by the Commandant Ghana Military Academy and the Chief of the Defense Staff. It is my singular honor to respectfully invite the reviewing officer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, to do us the honor. Mr. President.
The first award is the Eagle Award. The Eagle Award, also known as the Chief of Air Staff's Award, is awarded to the overall best regular flights cadet in the Air Faculty. It is awarded to Junior Under Officer Nakubu Abdul Hamid Mohammed. Junior Under Officer Nakubu hails from Tripoli in the Northeast region. He was born on the 21st of September 1999 in Tamale to Group Captain Ernest Nakubu and Madam Wasila Abubakar. He had a senior higher education at the St. Augustine's College, where he studied general science. He then gained admission to study at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where he pursued a degree in aerospace engineering and graduated in 2021 with a first-class honors division. His hobbies include swimming, playing lawn tennis, and watching aircraft documentaries. In addition to the plaque, he will receive a laptop from the Chief of Air Staff.
The next award is the Sextant Award. The Sextant Award, which is also the Chief of the Naval Staff Award, is the highest honor conferred upon the overall best regular midshipman in the Naval Faculty. The recipient of this award is Junior Under Officer Loku Frida Kakra. Junior Under Officer Loku Frida Kakra hails from Agunanya Krom in the Central Region. She was born on the 16th of August 2000 in Accra to Mr. Loku and Madam Utu. She had her secondary education at Mawuli School, after which she gained admission into the Regional Maritime University, to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering. Junior Under Officer Loco likes listening to music, swimming, and reading at her leisure times. As part of her award, Junior Under Officer Loco will receive a laptop from the Chief of the Naval Staff.
The next award to be presented is the Chief of Army Staff Award. The Chief of Army Staff Award is given to the best Army cadets. This year, the recipient of this award is Senior Under Officer Mustafa Salim Danabja. Senior Under Officer Mustafa hails from Navrongo in the Upper East region. He was born on the 19th of April 2000 in Accra to Brigadier General Mohammed Mustafa and Mrs. Evelyn Mustafa. He began his basic education at Services Basic School in Bema Camp and proceeded to Infantipim Senior High School, where he studied general arts. In 2017, he gained admission to the University of Ghana, where he studied a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. His hobbies include swimming, playing table tennis, and playing chess. He will receive a laptop sponsored by the Chief of Army Staff.
The next award is the Academic Cane, a symbol of academic excellence. The Academic Cane is awarded to the cadet who placed third in the cumulative order of merit and is a symbol of academic excellence. The recipient of this award is Junior Under Officer Kwatin Michael Owusu. Junior Under Officer Kwatin hails from Achim Idiasa in the Eastern region. He was born on the 16th of April 1997 at Teshi to Mr. Peter Kwatin and Madam Ajua Mansa. He had his secondary education at New Ibrahim Senior High, after which he gained admission into the University of Ghana to pursue a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology with Geography, where he obtained first-class honors. Junior Under Officer Kwatin likes to listen to music, play football, and swim at his leisure time. He enjoys watching football games as well. In addition to the award, Junior Under Officer Kwatin will receive a laptop from the Chief of the Defense Staff.
The next award to be presented is the Military Cane. The Military Cane is a symbol of initiative, sharpness, and decisiveness. It is awarded to the second overall best cadet of the intake and adjudged the best in military skills. The recipient of this award is Junior Under Officer Naakubu Abdul Hamid Mohammed. Having received the Falcon, Diamond, and Eagle Award, Junior Under Officer Naakubu returns for yet another honor. It will interest you to know that Junior Under Officer Naakubu and SU Mustafa were classmates at the Services Basic School before dispersing to continue their secondary education. Junior Under Officer Naakubu has consistently demonstrated the discipline, bearing, and leadership expected of a future officer. His steady commitment to duty, coupled with his sharp sense of responsibility, has earned him the admiration amongst his peers and superiors alike. Today, as he stands tall in recognition once again, he not only honors his own efforts, but also the enduring legacy of those who have come before him. Junior Under Officer Nakubu will receive a laptop from the Chief of Defense Staff in addition to his plaque.
Now to the ultimate award. The award every cadet dreams of. The apex of cadet achievement. The numero uno. The creme de la creme. The best of the best. The highest honor that can be bestowed on a cadet. The sword of honor. It is a symbol of exemplary leadership qualities. The sword of honor is presented to the cadet adjudged the best all-round cadet in regular career course 63. This year, the proud recipient of this prestigious award is Senior Under Officer Mustafa Salim Danabja.
Senior Under Officer Mustafa, having received the Chief of Army Staff Award, is once again being recognized for his exceptional performance. He has consistently distinguished himself both academically and in leadership. He combines outside driven and committed to excellence. Senior Under Officer Mustafa exemplifies the ideals of the Ghana Armed Forces. He will also receive a laptop from the Chief of Defense Staff.
Your Excellency, before you take your seat, we will respectfully request that you present Master Warrant Officer Gani. In June 2016, he was appointed the Academy Sergeant Major. Almost a period of 7 appointments. He is married to Peace Ama Agro-Gani and they are blessed with 2 children. Master Warrant Officer Gani remains a beacon of discipline, courage, and excellence within the Ghana Armed Forces. Let's honor him with the receipt of our. Thank you, Mr. President.
Some of the cadets on parade also won awards, which were presented during the graduation dinner and graduation religious parade, held on the 28th March and 6th April 2025, respectively. Notable amongst these awards were the King Neptune Award, presented to Cadet Quartermaster Sergeant Nogbe Seraphine Miriam, for being the best midshipman in naval academics, the Chief of Defense Staff Prize Essay, presented to Senior Cadet French Paulina. The Best in Drill Award presented to Cadet Sergeant Major Ewache Asiedu. Best Shot Award presented to Senior Cadet Tete Lordshed, the marksman of the intake. Best in Tactics presented to Cadet Quartermaster Sergeant Intoru Yowusu. The Fleet Award presented to Midshipman Napao Kwesi, adjudged the best after sea training. And the Diamond Award presented to Junior Under Officer Nakubu Abdul Hamid Mohammed for being the best in the air faculty. Details and recipients of the other award winners are captured in the program and the Square magazine. Congratulations to all award recipients.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the reviewing officer's address and the conferment of the Presidential Commission. Once again, it is my singular honor to respectfully invite the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to deliver his address. Mr. President.
The Honorable Minister and Deputy Ministers of State, the Chiefs of the Defense Staff and Service Chiefs, members of the Council of State, heads of sister security services, generals, serving and retired, senior government officials, traditional leaders and eminent clergy, friends and family of the new graduates, ladies and gentlemen, friends of the media. Today is certainly a momentous occasion, not just for you, the graduating officer cadets, but also for the entire nation and your families. Today we welcome you to the essential call to leadership and service with the noble colors of the Ghana Armed Forces. From today, you shall leave the walls of this academy as proud members of the Ghana Armed Forces, just as many have done before you. Congratulations, my dear graduates of regular career course intake 63. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 years ago, I was here to perform a similar function as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. It gives me a great sense of nostalgia to be here again today. And as faith and the uncertainties of life would have it, I'm back again to preside over this auspicious ceremony. I'm grateful to the Almighty God and highly elated to be part of this graduation parade and commissioning ceremony. I wish to assure you that my administration and the entire Ghanaian people stand strongly with you in your bid to serve and protect our nation. Mother Ghana demands your devotion and your patriotic service. My dear officer cadets of the Ghana Armed Forces, you stand here today as a testament to the values of discipline, courage, and dedication that define the Ghana Armed Forces. This is because you have all successfully surmounted the rigors of the commissioning course. You have endured the arduous physical and intellectual training. You've overcome countless challenges and proved yourselves worthy of the Presidential Commission. It is worth admitting that the spectacular display you have put up this morning is evidence of the months of dedication and commitment to your training in the Ghana Military Academy. As a result, today we celebrate your achievements and look forward to the significant contributions you will make to our nation, to our sub-region, to our continent, and to the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, the smart and well-coordinated drills and formations, as well as the prompt responsiveness of the contingent to the parade commander's orders, connote the high standard of training these resilient units have gone through. I'm convinced that your relatives who are gathered here today, and even those watching from far away through various networks, will be proud of your professional appearance and your smart display. Yeah, they deserve an applause, yeah? The credit also goes to the Armed Forces High Command and the Commandant of the Ghana Military Academy and his untiring instructors who, through service, devotion, and sacrifice, have turned these cadets from, I was going to say bloody civilians, from civilians, you didn't hear bloody, to the officers that they are becoming today. I know you call us bloody civilians. I see you as officers ready to contribute your quota to defending the territorial integrity of our country and to protecting our democracy. Certainly, the Ghana Military Academy has remained resolute and well-focused in achieving its mandate, notwithstanding some challenges it faces. This academy has a very rich history of training many of West Africa's great and famous military leaders. Talking about academics in relation to the Ghana Armed Forces, I'm particularly elated about the coming on stream of the National Defense University with a presidential charter. The charter provides the Ghana Armed Forces the mandate to explore and facilitate extensive teaching and learning towards more effective national defense and security. Conceptually, as one of the constituent colleges of the National Defense University, the Ghana Military Academy will receive the needed facilities to achieve its mandate. This intervention will actualize the upgrading of the commissioning course to a postgraduate diploma status for newly commissioned officers. And so when the officers are commissioned, they'll come out with a postgraduate diploma. I am committed to supporting the National Defense University to realize its full potential. This specialized institution will run strategic academic courses to support government's efforts for strategic higher education for qualified Ghanaians, civilians, and the military. The university will certainly be another opportunity to incorporate and mainstream military discipline and doctrine in our people, pursuing higher education with a view to accelerating our Reset Ghana agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister for Defense has informed me that the Ghana Military Academy, as you see today, has only undergone its first phase of expansion, and it is awaiting a second phase and even a third phase. In complementing the need to make the facilities more functional, I'll give attention to your urgent requirement for a sports complex with a modern gymnasium and a swimming pool. And also the construction of an outer perimeter road to facilitate training in the academy. Distinguished guests, our sub-region is affected by the scourge of terrorism. Terrorist attacks close to our northern border have become a regular feature. Ghana is also not immune from the influence and effects of the complex challenges posed by the global security environment. This is because globally non-state security actors are becoming, or in some instances, have already become central and pivotal. This situation requires a comprehensive approach to state security, and one cannot underestimate the importance of active participation of all our citizens in the security and stability of our state. As citizens of Ghana, we must recognize that the nature of contemporary threats that confront us demand that we do not perceive our security services as the exclusive institutions responsible for our safety and security. The complementary roles of individuals, organizations, and the government in national security is of critical importance. I urge our citizens in discharging this complementary duty of helping to safeguard our security not to behave like the shepherd boy in the famous fable who cried, "Wolf, wolf," when there was no wolf. If we behave like that boy, either for partisan or parochial interest, we distract the attention of our security services from focusing on their critical job of keeping us safe. Let us support our security services and the Ghana Armed Forces with information that is useful and intelligence that is helpful, that will advance their work rather than retrogress it. Let me reiterate that we will take all allegations of crime seriously and trigger our security service investigative machinery to go after criminals, no matter who they are. But let me state emphatically also that we do not have the resources and time to engage in any game of smoke and mirrors. The Ghana Armed Forces is engaged in several theaters to maintain peace and security in our nation. One major flashpoint continues to be the Boko area. Only 2 days ago, an incident in a marketplace triggered an unfortunate loss of lives and criminal vandalism of property. I wish to emphasize that nobody gains from this situation of conflict and insecurity. We have triggered the Otumfuo mediation process, which saw all stakeholders participate in discussions in Kumasi on a roadmap towards peace. I'm assured by the Asantehene that the process will resume next week when he returns from his brief visit abroad. Congratulations to our armed forces for the sacrifices you have made, even at the peril of your lives, to protect life and property in the Boko conflict area. We need the cooperation of all to restore peace in Boko and its environs, and I entreat all sides to embrace peace as we dialogue to resolve this age-old dispute. Distinguished guests, plans for the expansion of the Ghana Armed Forces to ensure increased capacity to counter both internal and external threats were initiated while I was in office in my previous term. During this period, we supervised the acquisition of air, land, and sea assets to equip the armed forces to fulfill their mandate of keeping our nation safe. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in resetting our nation to build the Ghana we want, my government will aggressively pursue the ideas of operational and combat readiness of the Ghana Armed Forces. We'll resource the Ghana Armed Forces. This means better equipment, including more simulators, advanced training, and the ability to mobilize swiftly in times of need. You'll be equipped to excel in your duties. We shall assess the retooling initiative and facilitate cost-effective outcomes to equip our army to the standards required for a 21st century defense force. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we revel in the significant achievements of our young regular career Corps 63 graduates, who are ready to secure Ghana's peace and sovereignty, we must also reflect on Ghana's illustrious legacy in international peacekeeping. We pride ourselves in our nation's commitment to global peace and security. Indeed, this has not been a recent endeavor. It dates back to the 1960s when, under Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of blessed memory, Ghana participated in the United Nations peacekeeping force deployed in the Republic of Congo. Today I pay profound tribute to the Ghanaian military martyrs who made the ultimate sacrifice in the Congo and other places. For the youth of today, let me inform you that the Congo Junction at the entrance of Bema Camp is a constant reminder of the sacrifices of our gallant men and women in uniform. Graduates, this is a noble and sacrificial profession, respected by all men and women, that you are being commissioned into today. You must sustain and enhance the momentum and add to the gains of your forebears and be ready to defend Ghana even at the peril of your lives. Since the 1960s, Ghana has remained unrivaled in our commitment and dedication to the cause of international peace efforts under the banner of the United Nations, the African Union, the Economic Community of West African States, and other mandates. The Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center has also deepened our understanding and improved our engagement in peace support operations. Indeed, Ghana is ranked the 7th largest troop contributing country to United Nations peace support operations. Globally, our officers and soldiers serve in 15 missions with a deployed strength of over 2,600 military personnel. Presently, Ghana has personnel in Lebanon, in South Sudan, Abyei, the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Syria, Cyprus, the Central African Republic, Libya, Western Sahara, Morocco, Yemen, and Somalia. Our commitment to peacekeeping will continue as our contribution to creating a peaceful world for all. To maximize our national interest and well-being of the troops, we will streamline peacekeeping operations in line with UN requirements to yield the rewards that reflect our contribution on that global stage. The practice of fairness and integrity will be central as we enforce transparency in the selection process for peacekeeping duties. Together with your hard-working military high command, we shall ensure that the most qualified officers and soldiers are given the opportunities to serve. Distinguished guests, our deployment has been gender sensitive, making Ghana Armed Forces the standard bearer in the deployment of formed female soldiers across peacekeeping missions. Ghana has exceeded the United Nations gender target for gender deployment. For formed troops,